key to the message with Abang Anwa. It just means queen. So I know a lot of y'all don't like R. Kelly. That's your business. That's your business, okay? That's your business. I know a lot of y'all don't like R. Kelly, but that's your business, okay? I listen, that's not my problem, okay? That's not my problem that y'all don't like R. Kelly, okay? I have nothing to do with that, okay? But, I still like his music, okay? I still like his music. I play him all the time? No, I don't. But, listen, my problem is really with the parents. You hear me? That's my problem. My problem is really with the parents. Okay? Because how do we just let our children go stay with a grown man like that? Okay? That's my problem. All right? But I'm not here to defend myself. I like his music and the music was played for a reason. Okay? Now listen, if you don't like my content, baby, you can always scroll up. Okay? You can always scroll up. Okay, and this is for all my haters. Okay, this for all my haters.
In your lane, and keep my name out your mouth.
Keep your name out. Keep my name
out. This none of your business. None of your business. What I'm doing right now.
What I'm doing right now.
You gon' mess around. Gon' mess around. Look around and find out.
Look around and find out.
If my ladies hate.
Now take you to the message about okay?
Stay in your lane. Stay in your lane.
Did you hear,
keep my name out your mouth.
Yes.
Out your mouth. It's none of your business. None of your business. What I'm doing right now.
That's right.
Do right now. You gon' mess around. Gon' mess around. Up, run and find out.
Fuck around and
in
find
your
out, baby.
lane.
Yes.
Stay in your lane. Keep my name out your mouth.
Keep my name out your mouth.
It's none of your business. None of your business. What I'm doing right now. Do right now.
Get it,
you gon' mess around. Gon' mess around. Look around and find out.
Fuck around and find out, baby.
If my ladies hate.
If my ladies hate.
What they want you
about. Yes.
Stay in your lane.
Stay in your lane. Yes.
Keep my name out your mouth.
Keep my name out your mouth, baby.
It's none of your business.
It's none of your business.
What I'm doing right now.
What I'm doing right now. Yes, honey.
You gon' mess around.
You gon' mess around.
Up, run and find out. Stay in your lane.
Nasty, ain't it? Yes.
Keep my name out your mouth.
Yes.
Out your mouth. It's none of your business.
Yes, honey. It's none of your
what I'm
business.
doing right now.
What I'm doing right now.
You gon' mess around.
You gon' mess around.
Look around and find out.
And you gon' fuck around and find out, baby. Yes.
If my ladies hate.
If my ladies hands.
What
But
they
I
want
don't
you
take you to the message that's not support violence. Yes.
Stay in your lane.
Stay in your lane, baby.
And keep my name out your mouth.
Keep my name out your mouth. Yes,
It's
baby.
none of your business.
It's none of your business.
What I'm doing right now.
What I'm doing right now, baby.
You gon' mess around.
You gon' mess around. Yes, honey.
Up, run and find out.
And fuck around and find out, baby. Yes, honey.
And keep my name out your mouth.
Say it.
Out your mouth.
Say
It's
it.
none of your business.
It's none of your business, baby.
What I'm doing right now.
What I'm doing right now. Yes,
You gon'
honey.
mess around.
Mess around.
Look around and find out.
Fuck around and find out, baby. Yes.
If my ladies hate.
If our ladies' hands take you to the message.
What they want you about. Stay in your lane.
Stay your ass in your lane. Yes, mind your
Keep my
business.
name out your mouth.
Keep my name out your mouth, baby.
It's
Yes.
none of your business.
It's none of your business.
What I'm doing right now.
What I'm doing right now. Yes, honey.
You gon' mess around.
Yes, honey.
Up, run and find out.
Fuck around and find
Stay in
out.
your
Yes, honey.
lane.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you you for tuning in. We about to start some trouble this morning. We are about to start some trouble this morning. Okay. Good morning, 18. Good morning, Jay Laurent. Good morning, Tara. Good morning, Don. How are you? Let's get into the foolery. The title of this nonsense today is Dwight Howard, when a baby mother is fed up, ain't nothing you could do about it. Yes, honey. Yes, honey. Okay, let's say it one more time. Dwight Howard, when a baby mama is fed up, ain't nothing you could do about it. Now, I know y'all seen all over social media, this is a shitstorm going on. Now, we all heard of questionable behavior of Dwight Howard in the back in the day. Excuse me. Drinking some coffee. Excuse me, I apologize. So, we all heard of questionable behavior, that Dwight Howard has been, these past couple of years. It's been some rumors about this brother. Okay? But the baby mama, okay, she has come out and said a lot of shit. Okay? She said a lot of shit. Okay? So before we get into that, before we get into the foolery that Dwight Howard baby mama has came to social media and said her piece, okay? Before we get into that nonsense, I want y'all to hear this and tell me what you think, okay? Here we go. Shout out to let me see, the Deli Wrap Up crew. All right, let's get into the foolery. Here we go.
Thing about black men.
Nothing. Black men suck. They're bad. They cheat. They don't care. I'm with the white boys.
My favorite thing about black men.
Nothing.
I
I don't like black men. Not very many meet my standard.
What's your favorite thing about black men?
Nothing. They're just terrible.
Even when you just said that, because I'm thinking about the guest that we just had, she admitted that, her father wasn't a productive father, which I guess justify why she is allowed to say negative things about black men. It's okay for black women to say stuff like that. Like, they will critique a lot of black men sometimes with, oh, you must hate your mother. Like, we get that a lot. You must hate your mother.
But they say that to me, I must hate my mom.
Yeah, like,
black women accountable.
When black women have these negative thoughts about black men, nobody says you must hate your father. And it's clearly true.
Yeah.
That one experience can cause you to have a whole hatred towards men. And for some reason that's valid, but when a black man is not allowed to have that same experience with his mom.
What's your favorite thing about black men?
So we have to talk about this real quick, okay? The hatred that some black women have towards black men, could it be because the father was not in the home and she didn't see a man of substance? Because there could be times where the father went to prison. There could be times that the father went to glory. But she never grew up with a man of substance. Could that be why a lot of black women say that they hate black men? Could that be why a lot of women agree with certain content creators when they say that the deletion of black males is needed? Could that be? Because it's something they went through in their childhood and now they have gotten grown, and because they didn't meet their teacher, okay, so now they just continue with this hatred towards black men. What do y'all think? What do you think? If you like the content, hit the like and subscribe button. If you like the content, please donate to the channel as well. So I'm going to share something with you. I believe that plays a part. That the father is not there to teach the girl. Because remember, your daughter's first love going to be her father. Yeah. The daughter's first love will be her father. So this is how she'll be able to treat men. Because the way her father taught her how to respect men. See, a lot of black women, we didn't grow up with that. A lot of us didn't. So you got to be taught how to love a black man. You got to be taught. But my sisters, you got to look within yourself. You got to look within yourself and ask yourself, are you ready? Are you ready for this? Most of us are not. You hear content creators come to social media and all they do is bash black men. Most of us are not ready. Do you hear what I'm saying? Most of us are not ready to love a black man because we never seen it growing up. Most of us grew up just with mama in the house. And occasionally she had a boyfriend and that's all. Okay? That's it. Okay? And sometimes she brought home men that did not have substance. So when you see her boyfriend laying hands on her and you grew up with that, you think that that's okay when you become grown. So when it happens to you, you think it's all right. A lot of us have been fooled because of the situation that we saw with our mother, that we think those types of men have substance. But because our mothers, okay, I'm not trying to be mean, but a lot of our mothers grew up with some foolery in their mind. And so they passed it on to you. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Because that hatred comes from somewhere. You weren't born with hatred towards black men. You were not. You heard your mama, you heard your grandma, you heard your auntie say black men ain't shit. You heard all these things. Growing up, I did too. Okay? I did too. I heard the same thing. Black men ain't shit. They ain't gonna never be shit. They never was shit. They never had shit. I heard it too. But when I looked at my family and I said, these women can't keep men. Like you never see, every time you turn around, they not with their husband. Okay, they not with their husband. Or the boyfriend they had, somehow they mysteriously, they gone. You know what I'm saying? And I kept saying, I don't want this for myself. Even in my 20s, when I was in my 20s, and I had to sit down and think, I said, why can't I keep a man? I think we have to ask ourselves that, ladies. We got to sit down and ask some questions. Why can't I keep a man? Okay? Another thing, too. We have to start asking questions of when you're dating a man, okay? When you're dating someone and you've been with him a year, 2 years, and he has never talked about marriage, you have to sit down and think, why is this man not willing to marry me? Do you understand? There's sometimes you got to sit down in a hot bathtub with some bubbles. Okay? Sit there, think. What is going on? I'm going to share something with you, and this is how I learned that something was wrong with me. I got hints throughout me dating in my 20s. I got hints from men that something was wrong, but we have this mentality, okay, I know I'm saying it wrong, in our mind that we're perfect. You know what I'm saying? Because to me, when I looked in the mirror, I was like, I look good. But that wasn't enough. This is when I was in my 20s. I had shape for days. So I was like, I look good. See, the thing is that you can package yourself really nice, okay? And a man will be attracted to you. But your problem is you can't keep them. Do you see what I'm saying? Like a lot of y'all beautiful sisters, okay? My melanated sisters. A lot of y'all look amazing. But you can't keep this man. Like you can attract him towards you, yes, because of the looks. But once you open your mouth, the game is done. That means there's something going on inside of you. There's a problem going on inside of you. I keep telling y'all that there's a change that needs to come. We got to understand it before you get as old as me. Because I'm going to share something with you that's very uncomfortable that people don't want to admit. You know why men date younger women? Do you want to know why they date women that are younger than them? Okay? It's because they need to teach them how to be a wife. He needs to be able to mold her. You hear what I'm saying? Most men don't marry their age. They don't. Most don't. Because if I marry my age, she gonna get up here and tell me and you the same age. How you gonna tell me what to do? You know what I'm saying? So this is why most men marry women that are younger. Okay? And somebody gonna come in and co-sign this for me. Okay? Here we go.
Men want younger women
No.
because they're able to mold them.
Absolutely.
And you can teach them and tell them what to do and how to do it, when to do it,
No.
and what to do.
No.
With us older women, we've been there, done that. We already know ourselves. We've learned. Those younger women, those girls don't know themselves already. They're out there. Men want those women so they can mold them into what they want them to be.
And what's wrong with
We're
it?
not that.
What's wrong with me molding my wife to please me?
If you
The
want
problem
that
is
young girl, go ahead and
you
get her,
know
but
you
she's
have.
not a seasoned woman. She don't.
We
she
don't want
doesn't
that.
know already.
We don't want that.
You
That's
just
the
said.
problem.
You just said.
Exactly.
You just said.
We don't want
No,
seasoned women.
but here's
I
the
want.
thing.
Hold on.
Don't
Hold
want
on.
them.
Hold on.
No,
I don't want my
It's
woman.
true. He just said.
Hold on, hold
You
on,
don't
hold
want
on,
them.
hold on. We don't want women that we have to battle your past for. If I get me a younger woman with less experience, yes, it's about mold. Why can't a alpha, powerful man can't mold his wife to be that wife to make him happy?
Excuse me,
What
sir.
is wrong
You
with
just-
that? Hold on, because I hate the notion that women always try to make it seem like men are semi-predators because we want a pure woman. This is what we want. Y'all can't get mad at us for wanting what we want.
Right quick. Men want.
But he's right. He's right. Good morning, Walker. How are you? It's good to see you. He's right. Because when you meet a woman and she's younger, okay? All right? You meet a woman and she's younger. Her past is not as bad as a woman that is in your age. Like if a man is 30 something years old and he goes to a woman that's a little younger, her past is not as bad as the woman that 30 something. She won't have as much drama as the one or trauma as the one that is 30 something in his age. Now, I'm going to share something with you. Sometimes I don't know if that's always right because when my king met me, I had already had a lot of trauma and I was in my 20s. So I think it depends on what household the woman comes from. Because my king was battling a lion, a tiger, and a bear, all mixed in one. But he came up and rose to the challenge and was like, I'm going to tame this lion, tiger, and bear. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying my brothers, y'all go out there and do that. I'm not telling you to do that. I'm not telling you to do that. That is for a man who he knows that this is his wife. Like in the end, that she's going to be obedient. I'm not telling you that, oh, go out there and do that. I'm not telling you that. Please don't think I'm telling you to go do that. I'm just saying that I came with a lot of heartache and drama, and I was in my 20s. And my king is 7 years older than me. Okay? So I came with a lot of stuff. I'm not I'm not here telling you go battle a lion, a tiger, and a bear. I'm not telling you to do that. Okay, my king was ready for all executions. Okay, so I'm not gonna get in here and tell y'all that. Okay, so and now I laugh because the way that I am to my king and how obedient I am to him, I would never believe that I would be like this. I would never. I would never believe in a lifetime. I would never believe if my 20 self met me now and looked at me and said, "What?" You know what I'm saying? I would smack her. I would smack her in her face and tell her you took too long. Like 2 years was too long. You know what I'm saying? 2 years was too long, heifer. You know what I'm saying? This was the right man for you. 2 years was too long. I would have smacked her. Take heed to the message does not support violence. But I want to say this. This is why a lot of men will date younger women, because they need to mold them. They need to mold them to being the wife he needs. Like right now, when my king come home from work, I know his routine. I know his routine down to the cakewalk. Do you hear me? I know his routine in the morning down to the cakewalk. I know his routine. Even during the afternoon, I know his routine. He's going to call me. It's like clockwork. Do you hear me? He's going to call me. How are you, babe? How's your day going? What's going on? What you cooking? You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. I already know how this going to play out. My king has a special routine every day. And I know how this is going to work. Okay? So now, the thing is that this man took time to mold me. Hey, Mimi, what's up, baby? This man took time to mold me into being his wife. Like, I'm just right for him. Like, he molded me into what he needed me to be for a wife, for him. And every man has to take this walk and mold a woman into being what he needs in a wife. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't just go and grab somebody else's wife and think she'll be obedient to you. No, this woman gonna be a nightmare. Because she's used to the programming of her husband. So she's gonna be a nightmare. Once you get hands on her, she's gonna be a nightmare. Like right now, you see, oh, she's so obedient to her husband. She's so kind. She's so this, because she's trained to be like that with him. If she get with somebody else, she's not going to be like that. She's going to be a hurricane and a tornado mixed. I'm just saying. Okay? Sister 1973, thank you, baby, for the $4.99 super chat. Me too, baby. Took me some deep needing to get rid of this thick layers. I know that's right, baby. I know. But I'm going to share something with you. If I could go back in time, I would have pip smacked her. I ain't lying to you right now. I would have pip smacked her. I'm sorry. I would have pip smacked her in her face like you have messed up, baby. I sure would. I would have pip smacked her. Okay. Sister 1973, thank you, baby. I appreciate you. I ain't lying, Mimi. Don't be laughing. I would have pip smacked her. Like, you gonna lose this one. This right here, your teacher. You better stop. That's exactly what I would have done. I ain't lying to you. I'd have lost my husband. Oh my God. And I thank God I didn't. Now, what I wanted to say to y'all is that this is why a lot of men choose women who are younger. My king chose me in my 20s. He was already in his 30s. Okay? Already in his late 30s already. He chose me early 30s probably. Yeah. late 30s, I believe. So he chose me then. And while we were dating, there was some things, okay. While we were dating, there were some things that he was testing me on to see if I listened to him while we were dating. Okay? Check this out. This is what thing he asked me. This is the first day that we met. Okay? First day we met. He asked me for my phone number. And I gave him a little pushback. I was like, I don't know you, you know. He was like, I know you don't know me, but I want to be your friend. And I was giving him pushback, like, you know, he was like, he handed me his phone. Y'all remember the flip phone. He handed me his phone and he was like, just put your number in my phone. Stop playing. So I put my number. I liked him. I was attracted to him. You know what I'm saying? So I put my number in his phone. Same day he calls me and he says this to me. I want to come to your house in the morning. I said, I work at night. You know what I'm saying? I work at night, so that won't be good. He said, I want to come to your house in the morning. And I want you to cook for me. Can you cook for me? And I was like, I just told you that I work. He was like, yeah, I understand that, but I want you to cook for me. I want pancakes. I want some eggs, bacon. I think he said bacon or sausage. And he was like, that's what I want in the morning. So, do you think I cooked it for him, y'all? Do you think I cooked it for him? Good morning, Mr. He said, how are you? Yes, I cooked it for him. And he came to my house. Now, he wanted to see if I was wife material during the time we were dating. And he was doing this mess quick. Like, he was like checking me out quick. You know what I'm saying? To see where my head was at. So that if he had to fight a battle with me, if he had to fight a battle with me, he would know how to handle it. So remember, like I told y'all, anybody who been following me for a long time, my representative was at the forefront for 6 months. Okay? My representative was at the forefront for 6 months. We got in a heated argument. And then he saw the true side of me. Okay? He saw the true me. And he stepped back. And I still remember this day. He stepped back. He pulled his glasses down. And he said, I knew you was like this, but I couldn't pin it. I couldn't pin it. He said, okay. He said, he looked at me. He said, you gonna talk to me with some respect. And I looked at him. I said, what? I was snapping my neck and everything. You know how we do? I was snapping my neck. And he said to me, do you remember I told you that when you accepted me, that this is a lifetime affair? I said, yeah. He said, so you think your attitude gonna run me away? He said, I'm gonna teach you how to talk to me. I'm gonna teach you how to talk to me. So this is when the battle began, y'all. This is when the battle began, honey. And I'm gonna just get to the nitty gritty. I lost the battle. That's it. Thank God I lost the battle. That's all. Okay? I lost the battle. Thank God I lost the battle. Okay? Thank God I lost the battle because I wouldn't have 4 children later. Okay? And living in a beautiful house. Thank God I lost the battle. Okay? In a nice neighborhood. Now, let's get to the foolery. Okay? Let's get to the foolery. Now, how many times have I said to y'all that the community is tired? We're tired of seeing foolery. A lot of us are tired of seeing babies being raised just by the mama. Okay? A lot of us is tired of seeing baby showers that the daddy is not there. A lot of us is tired of seeing nonsense. Okay? Here's a brother. He gonna explain the nonsense. He tired too.
Gonna rub y'all wrong, bro. But excuse yourself if the nigga dead or he in jail. It don't really count. But check this out. You know what I'm tired of seeing? I'm tired of seeing y'all baby mothers at these gender reveals and these baby showers and in the hospital taking the pictures with the baby and shit. And I don't see no fucking father. And what my problem I'm starting to have is Y'all not even letting the baby get here to see both of their parents.
That's nasty.
You niggas is fucking these women. Nothing in them ain't even want to be there and shit because you don't like, oh, y'all had an argument. So fuck what? She get on your nerves, so what? He ain't giving you no money, so what? I'm sick and tired of y'all keep having fucking kids and then fucking their lives up before they even get to have one.
That's nasty.
Y'all don't understand how bad that shit be when both of your parents is beefing you a fucking kid. But I went through that shit, my nigga. That shit fucked up.
It is.
And y'all be having an opportunity to fix this shit when they fucking kids, but y'all so fucking immature. You can't even have no fucking accountability in the shit you doing. You can't even be a fucking man and a woman and fix y'all problems amongst each other.
That's nasty.
For the fucking, fuck y'all. Man, fuck y'all, man.
Oh, no.
Fuck y'all. It's about the fucking kid, man.
Say that?
You think me and my baby mother going, ain't our shit because we met? No. It's about our son, bro. And a lot of y'all need to be like that. Y'all fucked up for that, man. I know this post gonna rub y'all wrong, bro. But excuse yourself, the nigga dead or he in jail. It don't really count. But check this out. You know what I'm tired of seeing? I'm tired of seeing y'all baby mothers at these gender reveals and these baby showers and in the hospital taking the pictures with the baby and shit. And I don't see no fucking father.
No father.
And what my problem I'm starting to have is y'all not even letting the baby get here to see both of their parents.
I'm telling you.
You niggas is fucking these women. Nothing in them ain't even want to be there and shit because you don't like, oh, y'all had an argument.
That's
so
nasty.
Fuck what?
That's nasty.
She get on your nerves, so what?
Oh, that's nasty.
He ain't giving you no money, so what? I'm sick and tired of y'all keep having fucking kids.
Go ahead.
And then fucking their lives up before they even get to have one.
Oh, my God.
Y'all don't understand how bad that shit be when both of your parents is beefing you a fucking kid. But I went through that shit, my nigga.
Lying.
That shit fucked up.
It's painful.
And y'all be having an opportunity to fix this shit when they fucking kids, but y'all so fucking immature. You can't even have no fucking accountability in the shit you doing. You can't even be a fucking man and a woman and fix y'all problems amongst each other. For the fucking, fuck y'all. Man, fuck y'all, man.
Fuck y'all.
Fuck y'all, it's about the fucking kid, man.
That's right, it is about the kid.
You think me and my baby mother going, ain't our shit because we met? No. It's about our son, bro.
All right, now.
And a lot of y'all need to be like that. Y'all fucked up for that, man. I know this post gonna rub y'all wrong, bro.
He ain't lying. He ain't lying. Everything he said, even though his delivery was wild, but he ain't lying. He ain't lying. It's about them babies. It's about them babies. He ain't lying. These kids need their fathers. They do. Mama, so what you and the daddy don't get along? So what you and the daddy can't stand each other? The baby needs their father. I keep telling y'all, I know your end. I've been in the situation you are now. Where you buying this baby Jordans, 8-ball jackets, well, 8-ball jackets back in the day. Jordans, you laying out this baby room. You got all types of video games. You got a whole studio in here. The baby got everything in here. Look like a grown person room. You buying the baby sneakers out of the wazoo. Clothes out of the wazoo. It got so bad that he giving away shoes to his friends. You buying this baby all this stuff to compensate for the daddy. Okay? You buying the baby all this stuff to compensate for the daddy not being there. You taking this baby on vacations, expensive vacations, plays in New York. You know what I'm saying? You doing all these special things with this baby, and I'm going to share something with you. All that baby want is to be around their father. You ain't even had to buy all that expensive shit. That child will give up all that expensive shit just to be with their daddy. I'm going to share with you this little tidbit, and I had told y'all this before. My eldest son, all he wore was Timbs and Jordans. You couldn't get him in nothing else. Nothing else you could get him in. His father bought him a pair of boots from Walmart. Walmart or Marshalls, a pair of boots from Marshalls, okay? They look like a copy of Tim's. They look just like a copy of Tim's. This boy wore these boots until the sole started ripping off the boot. I said to him, you know you have your Jordans and your Timbs in the closet, right? Okay? And you know what he said to me? He said, "Ma, these my favorite boots." I said, "Let me take them to the shoemaker and get them fixed." He said, "No." He said, "I'm going to put tape on them and I'm wearing them to school." Now, he had Fat Boo dressed down. Fat Boo dressed down. Tommy dressed down. Everything. Okay? 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 Fat Farm dressed down and got these boots on that got tape around the boot because he ain't wanna trash the boots. Okay? He did not want to trash the boots because that's the first thing his father had ever bought him. He loved those boots. I couldn't get him out those boots. I talked to his father. I said, please tell him to wear them sneakers or the boots that's in the closet because your boots are messed up. And he like, this the first gift you gave him, and he going crazy because he doesn't want to wear anything else. 18 said, why? 18 got it. Because his father purchased them, that's why. He didn't care about all the expensive stuff I bought him. All the vacations and everything like that. It was those boots that was needed. You should have saw him like a kid in a candy store. He bought these boots. They was in a bag, and the Marshall bag brought them to the house. Okay? And he said to me, he said, listen, I ain't got much money, he said, but I wanted to buy him something, And my stupid ass looking at these boots. And I dangle these boots. See, baby mamas ain't shit. You hear me? I dangle these boots and I'm looking at these boots. I told him, I said, my son only wear Jordans and Timberlands. That's what I told him. I said, if you couldn't buy Jordan or Timberlands, then he ain't wearing these boots, these cheap ass boots. That's what I said. Now, when I think about that shit now, as old as I am now, I said, what the fuck was I thinking? You know what I'm saying? When I think about the shit now, okay? But back then, when he bought the boots, now, our son runs out the room because he's excited to see him, and he sees the sneakers. And the boots. He grabs the boots like with his whole soul, y'all. With his whole soul, he grabs the boots. Okay, and he hugs him and he tells him, "Daddy, thank you." And then so my baby father looks down at him and he looks at him. He said, "Daddy ain't got much, but I wanted to get you these boots." And he told his father, "Dad, I'm proud of you. Thank you for buying these for me." And my nasty ass just look at the boots like all stinking shit. You know what I'm saying? That boy wore those boots till those boots started talking, y'all. And he had Timbs and Jordans in the closet. He wore those boots. His friends used to be like, why you still wearing those boots? Them boots is talking and everything. And he told them, my dad bought these boots for me. And I'm going to wear these boots. He put tape on those boots, y'all, and walked out. Name brand clothes on, 8-ball jacket, everything. He walked outside with those boots on. He cuffed you know how they, cuff the jeans? He laid the jeans on top of the boots, He ain't care if any of the kids cracked on him. He ain't care. He wore those things. Okay? And I used to tell him, like, well, if the kids gonna say something about your boots, you wearing tape. He said, Mama, you make more money than all they mothers. Okay? I don't care about what they say, because I was working at Port Authority. I was still working at Port. Okay? So he told them, I don't care what they say. Okay? I don't care what they say. Because my mama got a good job. That's what he used to say. He walked around with those boots on, y'all. That's why I told y'all fathers are needed. I don't care how much money this man got. I don't care how good or not good he doing. This man is needed for this child to grow. Do you hear me? This man is needed for these children to grow. And when I started understanding that the child didn't need all this foolery, it was until I had got married. It was until I got married. Like our children right now, the ones that's in this house, they know name brand. They know name brand. But we don't rock it. They don't rock it. They know name brand. Now, I'm not saying they ain't got no Nikes and stuff like that, but they ain't got no problem wearing not name brand. They ain't got no problem with not wearing name brand clothes. It's a mindset change. You understand? You ain't got to please nobody, mama. You ain't got to please nobody. Because why? The daddy lives with them. They live in the same household as their father. There's not a void missing. Now, I'm not saying our house is perfect. Every house got problems. We argue with our teens. We get on them and stuff like that. It's normal. Okay? So I'm not going to sit here and tell you that a married household, that everything is perfect. It is not. It is not. But there's nobody trying to take these children on expensive vacation trips because the daddy is not there. You're buying a child all this name brand stuff. The daddy is not there because you're trying to fill the void. Some of y'all spent over $2,000-$3,000 on Christmas this year because the daddy is not there and you're trying to make the child feel happy. And why I'm saying this, because I know I have done it many times. I know. I used to have a Christmas account that I would go crazy and buy this boy all out of the wazoo. And it was only him. So the Christmas tree will be filled up to the rim of toys, clothes, games, all that stuff, because I was trying to compensate. I know what some of y'all sisters is going through. Some of y'all who get out there and work. I know what you're going through. But I'm going to share something with you. Once you get that father in that baby life, all that stuff going to go out the window. That child ain't going to need none of that stuff no more. That child ain't going to need none of that stuff no more. And if the daddy buys one thing, and I don't care how much it costs, it could cost $5. $1. That baby gonna love that thing. I don't care how old they are. They're gonna love that thing. And you will not be able to take it from them. I ain't lying to you. Listen, I'm just speaking facts to you. All right? I'm just speaking facts to you. All right. Now, I heard this, okay? And y'all gonna be shocked at this, okay? Now, this is alleged, okay? But I'm believing that it's true. I'm believing that it's true. Because Joe Jackson used to whoop ass a lot, okay? Joe used to whoop ass a lot. So I can't sit up here and not believe that the Jackson 5 didn't know how to fight. You know what I'm saying? But this is allegedly, okay? This is allegedly. We're going to get onto something else. Here we go.
Apparently, during the time Tupac was dating Quincy Jones' daughter, Kadada, the couple attended an event where Michael Jackson was also present. Michael, a longtime friend of Quincy, saw Quincy's children like his own family, so when he heard about Tupac mistreating Kadada at the event, Michael went to go handle it personally.
Tupac comes out the party, disrespecting Khadijah, like, bitch, shut up, come the fuck on, shut the fuck up and get in the car. Mike stepped to him, yo, you can't talk to her like that. He was like, Mike, mind your fucking business. Mike was like, fuck no, that's like my niece. You ain't gonna just talk to her like that. Michael Jackson and fucking Tupac start rumbling. Michael Jackson beat his ass. They said Tupac loved to fight, but he can't fight.
Tupac and Michael.
Tupac and Michael Jackson.
This clip is from The Untold, an interview series uncovering real stories behind the entertainment industry. This particular story was shared.
And I'm gonna share something with you. Now, this is allegedly, but if you look at, okay, and as you get older, when we were younger, a lot of us, loved Tupac. But when you get older and you start seeing clips of Tupac when he was younger, okay, Tupac when he was younger, I'm sorry, and I mean to say this, and may his soul rest in peace, but he was a punk. He was a punk. If you look at earlier videos of him, he was a punk, and that was a persona he was playing after he done went to prison. I know that it sounds crazy, but that's what it looked like to me. And I'm a hood child. I was brought up in the projects. So what I saw when I saw Tupac in when he was younger, okay? But I saw the video recent. But when he was younger, he was a theater major or something like that, they said. He sounds so sweet. He sounds so kind, okay? He sounds like he just was the nicest person in the world, okay? That's what it sounded like. And then he had went to prison, and then he changed, okay? And I'm going to share something with you. Him being the way he was when he went to prison, somebody would have hurt him in there, okay? Somebody would have hurt him in there. Allegedly, because the way it sound to me, he was a wankster. But we didn't see that at the time because we just admired that gangster shit. You know what I'm saying? So can you imagine him, okay, battling a man? Because Michael Jackson, at the end of the day, Michael Jackson had two voices. He had his original voice and he had the voice that everybody loved, okay, at the end of the day, okay? Michael had his original voice, and he had the voice that everybody loved, okay? So at the end of the day, no matter what you see, the color of Michael, that doesn't make him a punk. That didn't make him a punk. And then you got to understand Joe was whooping their ass. Now, y'all know Joe was whooping their ass, okay? You ain't get raised by a daddy like that and you ain't know how to fight. You ain't get raised by a daddy like that and you ain't know how to fight. Ain't no way, okay? I ain't lying to you. All my mama children can throw down. My mama will whoop your ass. If you lost the fight, my mama will whoop your ass if you lost the fight. I ain't lying to you. You already got a black eye. You probably got a busted lip and everything. You still got to go home and get an ass whooping. You still got to go home and get an ass whooping. That's why after me and my siblings, if we fought somebody and we won, we'd be so excited coming home telling my mother. And then my mother was so bad at it. She would ask us, did you stomp the person? And we say, yeah. Did you get them on the ground? Did you get them good? We like, yeah, Mom, yeah. You don't get no ass whooping. But if you lost, you got an ass whooping. You got an ass whooping. Okay? So ain't nobody going to tell me that is just a lie. But we're going to have to say allegedly because I'm on social media. But there's no way that would be a lie. You got to understand that. Michael was born in a different day and different time. Okay? And Tupac went to jail to become hard. Okay? May his soul rest in peace. But as you get older and you hear all these stories, you look at it and say, he's a wankster. He just had this fake persona that he was tough. And he didn't know really what tough mean. You know what I'm saying? Allegedly. Okay, so now let's get into the foolery. Okay? Let's get into the foolery. Okay, so Dwight Howard baby mama has taken social media by storm. Okay? Taken social media by storm. Okay? And check this out. This is, I believe this might be the first nonsense that she put out. Okay? Let me just make sure I got it right. I think this is the first nonsense she put out on social media. The baby mama is wilding. Okay? That's why I had to play R. Kelly. When a woman's fed up, ain't nothing you could do about it, baby. Let's get into the foolery. Here we go.
Picking up all the paraphernalia around the house, and there's police cars driving past the house. Now they can't get on the property because it's a property that's locked. Like, you have to have permission to get in there. Someone has to buzz you in. So they're just driving by. Slowly though, but driving by. We are going around picking up paraphernalia from everywhere. Just putting it in bags and all this stuff, right? Then I'm at the same time trying to contact him and be like, yo, do you know what's going on? Like, you need to get up and you need to take care of this. Real chill, real lackadaisical, real like, oh, it ain't nothing. Huh? I find out it's nothing because he's done this before, many times, and has gotten away with it. Why? Because his uncle is a DA, and everybody in Georgia knows this is what they do.
Oh, wow.
Oh, okay. Well, now here's a trump card because the same person, Callie, decides to go on YouTube and Facebook and started posting pictures and videos about what had just happened. And he also mentioned that one of the kids and their mamas was there. I'm like, oh, hell no. I got to get the fuck up out of here. Because you're not going to sit here and call me like a negligent parent.
Oh, wow.
That aged well. But this is not what we're going to do. So I started like trying to have a conversation and say, hey, this is reckless. This is dangerous. Like, you don't know these people for real. Like, what are you doing? Like, what about your career? Like, do you care? This isn't healthy. What are you dealing with mentally? What happened to the therapist that was supposed to be coming, that's supposed to help us? All this stuff. None of it happened, right? So we ended up getting in a huge argument. I mean, a big blowout argument.
Wow.
And the trainer was there. The trainer was trying to explain to him that he was in the wrong and like to just listen. And even trying to tell him, well, dude, I would have done the same thing if this had happened with me. He didn't want to hear that. So he got mad at even the trainer because the trainer wasn't sticking up for him. He wasn't a yes man, right? So that night, because there is a look that comes in a person's face when you know that you don't need them to be in your space anymore.
Wow.
When you know that it is time to go or something bad could happen to you. There is a look that my son's father has that almost makes his face turn into a skeleton. It is very evil looking, and it's almost like I can look in his eyes and see through to his soul. And I saw nothing but evil. So that evening, I started packing up my entire truck with everything. Everything that I brought there, I packed in my truck. And at like 3:30 in the morning, 3:30, I texted the trainer and I begged him to let me go. I said, please push the button, let me go. Because I couldn't leave unless somebody pushed the button. He pushed the button and he let me leave. And I left. The Airbnb I was supposed to be staying at was all of a sudden not available until 3 o'clock the next day. So you want to know what I had to do? I had to call that trainer back. And I said, hey, I need you to let me back in just for like a few hours. I'm like, because I can't stay at this gas station. I can't stay around the corner. Like, where he stayed, there was really no place where I could just go and feel safe to just sit there. So I went back and he said, park where I park. And where they park was kind of around the corner to where even when he left in the morning to go train or whatever, he couldn't see my car. So that's what I did. I parked all the way around the side and we slept in the car. We slept in the car because I was on a just in case situation. So about 4 hours later, I was about to leave and he was like, no, wait. He ain't left yet. So right after he left to go train, that's when I left. And we went to an Airbnb and we were at an Airbnb for, I want to say like a week, 2 weeks maybe, if that long. And I was calling my attorney and my attorney was telling me basically how stupid I was. That if I had stayed just a little bit longer, he would have been able to claim residency with my son. and he probably would have tried to take custody. So I left just in time. I was in contact with the groundskeeper. I was in contact with the trainer. They would come by and check on me. One would bring me some food. But when I got on the road, I also called Tiffany, which is baby mama number 2. And we had gotten close. And I told her what happened. And she was like, bitch, don't you ever do that again in your mother effing life. Like, that was so stupid. Well, how could you fall for that? And I'm like, it was my surrender flag. For all these years, I was losing. For all these years, I was called a liar. For all these years, I lost my career. For all these years, I was told by the whole fucking world that I ain't shit. So what else do I do? I waved my surrender flag because I felt like, damn, you win. I wasn't even that ant trying to take an elephant out bite. I was that ant that just kept getting stepped on. Like, I had no way out, y'all. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't even audition. Like, I tried to get a job at Disney and they said it was a conflict of interest because they were like a sponsor of the team. Any place that I tried to go in my own hometown, y'all, in my own hometown, wouldn't hire me. That's why I started my own company, because I wanted to help young girls that look like me. And I wanted to train them to be better than I was because I had lost everything. And as strong as I portray myself to be, and as straightforward, and I'm gonna say my piece, I didn't. For almost 18 years, I said nothing. And when I did say little tidbits here and there, I was bitter. I was jealous. This is a person who does not want any of us to be with anyone. This is a person who just a freaking month ago was in a whole different relationship with a girl named Courtney. Literally was just in a relationship during Dancing with the Stars. Was in a relationship with this girl. She was there. And said to the judge recently in another court case he had that this was his girlfriend and was going to be his wife. That's what he said about this girl, even in court recently, and what he said during that show. So when you sit here and you think that I'm bitter about him being engaged to somebody else, it's a cycle. It's a PR stunt. And he's going to probably follow through with it. But it's because he knows that the real shit about him is coming out. Ask him about Ray Edwards and their parties. Ask him about the red dress that he wore during a Diddy party. Like, we're not going to do that. I know too much. And the reason I'm talking now is because if something fucking happens to me, y'all know why. This is me purging. And people saying, oh, you should write a book, or you should do a movie, or you should do this. Oh, sure. I would definitely do that. But I don't even know if I'm going to make it that long, y'all. I wake up every day terrified. I wake up every day, if I drive my car, I'm looking left and right. This is a person who has had me followed before. And I'm just supposed to sit here and be quiet? If something had happened to me and I never said anything, y'all wouldn't give a fuck, and y'all probably still don't give a fuck. Y'all are maybe just on here because y'all want to hear the drama. But I'm here because I'm trying to tell you that I'm scared. I'm scared. And I'm lost. I have nothing else that he can take from me besides my life. That's it. So this is me telling my story. So if something happens to me, you still know what happened, and maybe the next person can do better. So when you see this birthday party later on today, just know my son got absolutely nothing for his birthday, not even a phone call. My son gets cussed out anytime that he tries to call his father out on something. My son has not gotten anything for his birthday, ever. My son has only gotten a Christmas gift 3 times because he feels like he don't have to do nothing. This little lump sum that he's talking about he gave, that was supposed to cover from last year, September, when he just stopped paying child support, until May of 2026 when he graduates, is nothing. But guess what? I know who I was raised by. And I know that they raised a strong, strong woman. And regardless of what happens to me, I'm gonna make sure that that person in that other room is okay. My mom's entire savings was taken from her because I simply said on the Wendy Williams show who his father was. But let y'all tell it, or let the media outlets tell it, it's because I was bashing him, I was defaming him. It was defamation and slander. I have not lied about anything. I have no reason to. My life is my life. I can't make this shit up. As unbelievable as it may be, it's real. So I'm gonna save this live in case anybody has any questions or concerns, or not even concerns, because I know y'all don't give a fuck, but know that I'm doing this for the sake of my sanity and my son, because it's all that matters to me. And I don't know if I'm gonna get through 2025. I'm not going to take myself out, but somebody else might. And I mean that. As dramatic as it may seem, I mean that. There's a lot of shit that has gone on. I can even name the name Zachary Timms. There's a lot of shit that goes on that's hidden. So, before I put out part 4, this is why I'm doing it. Because I'm terrified of this person. And I know he has blogs under his wing on payroll to make it seem like I'm fucking crazy and like we're just out for his money or that we're jealous. No, we're not. Think about it. Anytime some shit has come out about him, all of a sudden you see a picture or a video of him in a new relationship, or he's helping kids somewhere in like Africa, or he's going to visit another country. What about your own? You're doing all these things, allegedly, for all these other people, but you don't hold it down for your home. That's crazy. It's not about love. It's not about family. That's a lie. All those freaking videos he does, and he's like, I love my family. His family went to a... I'm gonna say it. His family went to court and acted like they didn't even know the other mama. Acted like they didn't know her basically at all. When she was very close to them, even stayed with them, was going out with them, hanging out with them and everything. They went to court and pretended like they didn't know her at all. That's the type of shit that happens. But then you're finna see this big ass birthday party and everybody's smiling. So just know what it is. I'm not reading these comments down here. I don't know like whatever is being said. I don't really care. But I'm telling my story because I'm telling my story. So
So, okay. All this is allegedly. Okay. She goes into more depth about Dwight Howard, okay? She goes in, honey, about this man. She goes in. And so she said she kept herself quiet. She kept her mouth quiet. She been quiet for 18 years. Okay? About the stuff that he has done, she has been quiet. She didn't say one word. Okay? Walker said everybody wants to get on this internet and play victim. Walker, do you believe she's playing victim? Huh? Huh, sir? You believe she's playing victim? 18 said, who is she and who is she talking about? She is talking about Dwight Howard, and her name is Royce Reed. Okay, I hope I said her name correctly. Okay, so she's talking about her baby daddy. Okay, Dwight Howard. The thing that always irks my nerve that I can't stand is that why we gotta know about what happened with y'all. Why do social media gotta know about what happened with y'all? You know what I'm saying? Another thing too, why is it after y'all not together no more, your life is in danger? Anybody ever notice that? The man is either accused of molestation, okay? He's accused of the R word as well, okay? He is accused of abuse, any type of abuse. He's accused of all these things, and he's accused of being a narcissist and a monster and all this other stuff. He's accused of all these things. But how is it that nothing is reported to the police? You know what I'm saying? Like nothing is reported to the police. Like this man has done all this evil to you, but nothing is reported to the police. That always irked my nerve when you hear stuff like this. Because if this man was so evil, you know what I'm saying? If this man was so evil, this is why I kid you not. Money can make people lose their mind. You know what I'm saying? Money can make people lose their mind. The first thought for a woman if she meets a rich man is that let me have his baby. Not even wonder where this man mindset is. Like if he crazy or something. You know what I'm saying? But no, let me secure the bag. You know what I'm saying? Let me secure the bag. That's what we always get in here and believe. Let me secure the bag. And then, I'll find out later if he's crazy. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not calling Dwight Howard crazy. He has done some questionable stuff all over social media, but I'm not calling him crazy. But my problem is that we always find out this nonsense later. 18 years. Your son is a big child, teenager, I believe, right? Teenager, right? So you don't think your baby feel embarrassed about how you talking about his father all over social media? I don't think we care about the kids. We do not care about the kids. Long as I can hurt this man, long as I can make this man look like he crazy, I'm fine with that. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing. I'm fine with that. Long as I can make him look crazy. Hey, Doc, what's up? Yeah, Doc said, why did she give up the goods and had a kid? I'm just saying. I'm saying the same thing. Because if this man was so evil like you say, why are we just hearing of it now? You know what I'm saying? You said you packed up all your shit. This is why the story sound crazy. You packed up all your shit. Okay? Packed up all your shit, the baby shit too. Okay, you put everything in a truck. You asked the trainer, you begged the trainer to let you out of the gate, out of the community, the gated community. The trainer pressed the button, let you out. Okay, then you go and leave. Okay, you packed all your stuff. You went and you left. Excuse me, y'all. I'm sorry. That coffee. You went and you left. And so the Airbnb was not ready. So you come back to Dwight Howard's house. You come back to his house. Okay? So because there was nowhere for you to go, you had already escaped from the house. Why would you go back if the Airbnb was not together? You should have just waited and slept inside the vehicle just like you did on Dwight's property. That shit is dumb. It doesn't make sense. Tara said that makes no sense. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't make sense. The stories that y'all come to social media, it sound crazy. That's right. Sister 1973 said, I thought gone was gone. How she gone and ain't left. That's stupid. That's what I'm saying. The story sounds stupid. And so, you're going to get the fake sisterhood in here. Okay? Because the fake sisterhood co-signs shit like this. So you're going to get the fake sister in here. She was terrified. And she didn't have nowhere else to go. That's what made her come back. If this man was so evil, like you said, first of all, I'd have been. I don't even care if that Airbnb wasn't ready. Okay? I don't care if it wasn't ready. Okay? I don't give two shits. Okay? I would have been getting my ass out of Dodge if he was that evil like you claim. I don't know. Some of the stuff is crazy. Some of the stuff I do not understand at all. It is wild. And she thought that ish made sense. Oh my God. Here we go.
Like, let's be for real now. We're not going to sit here and come at me and act like I'm just so crazy. I'm not. And anybody, why are you doing this on the internet? What are we supposed to do with this information? Listen and learn and understand. Because y'all got this person on TV shows wearing wigs, okay, and dancing around, and you voting for him when this whole person is out here being a straight narcissist and abuser. Like, let's be for real. I don't give a fuck what anybody got to tell me right now. You're not going to do that. And yes, I am a little upset because it never stops.
He is a narcissist. This is why I'm telling y'all, this is what they be getting here. He's an abuser, a narcissist. All these things y'all be saying about this man, okay? All these things you have said about this man. Did y'all hear at the end she said, and the other one that I played, she said he gave me a settlement, a small settlement, but it wasn't nothing, okay? And this is the thing that irks my nerve. Like, when these baby daddies give them a large settlement, right? Like, just, here's something, okay? You hear all this clowning in the back. Like, it wasn't enough because you want him to give all his wealth to you. That should be enough. Like, you want to see this man just die from starvation. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't even have a stitch of water. I need to have all your assets and everything for me to be happy. You know what I'm saying? This is the nonsense. Just like y'all remember when 50 Cent was getting clowned for his son. Shout out to 50 Cent. When he was getting clowned for his son, the baby mama was talking about how 50 only sent this a little bit of money to her son. And this boy couldn't even walk yet. Okay? The boy couldn't even walk yet. She worked her own self out of a blessing because she listened to the fake sisterhood. Y'all remember that big scandal? It was some foolery, okay? Y'all remember when the baby mama told 50, because 50 put it all out. The baby mama told 50 she gonna take him for child support. Y'all remember, right? Because she said, you make a lot of money and I want more money in child support. So 50 got her a house. Before they even went to child support, 50 got her a house. Okay? 50 had her a house. He got her a car and she was on a monthly salary. Okay? This is when 50 first hit and he started making money. Y'all remember, right? She listened to the fake sisterhood and took him to court. And when the judge started getting his assets and everything down, the judge told him, you giving her too much. You're giving her too much. That's too much. The house, the cars and everything, and the monthly salary, that's too much. Y'all never been married. That is too much. And what she do? Because she listened to the fake sisterhood, she walked herself out of her blessing. She walked herself right out of her blessing. All of a sudden, you see the money she was getting for that son. All of a sudden, you see her with a whole body transformation. Allegedly, I don't want to get sued. A whole body transformation. Okay, breasts and ass everywhere. Okay, whole body a whole body just I'm gonna say it wrong. A whole body just changed. Okay, and 50 even made a joke about it. 50 said, "You look different." You know, they were having some type of interview together or something, and he looked at it. He said, "I see where my money went. You look different." And she said, "Boy, don't be playing with me." But we know. Because your behind and your breast didn't look like that. Allegedly, I don't want to get sued. Some of y'all who come to social media and y'all blast these men and y'all talk about how they ain't shit and they ain't never was shit and they doing all this kinky stuff and this and that. Why are you with them? Why are you with them? Why did you have a baby with this man? You didn't know what he was. Why did you have a baby with this man? And then the most intimate secrets he have told you. Now you come to social media and you tell everything. You come to social media and you tell everything about this man. Something that he had went through as a child. You came to social media and told everybody that his oldest brother touched him. You came to social media and told everybody on social media, you came to social media and you told everybody that Dwight Howard, oldest brother, molested him and his sister. A secret that he had told you. That this broke his heart. You say he broke down to you about it. And then you come tell our ass about that shit. Do you know how hard it is for a man to tell that he has been touched? Do you know how hard that is? They want to say it take women a long time to tell when somebody touch them. It take men decades. It take men decades, and sometimes they just die with it. Jayla Ross said, "You can't tell these birds. You can't tell these birds everything." You took something that was so intimate that he told you. You said he cried, and you came to social media and you told all of us. What the fuck? Do you know how hard it is for a man to tell that he has been touched? Do you know how hard that is? Especially by another man. That is hard. That's hard to tell. Walker said, "We usually take it to the grave with us." This is true. It's very rare that men tell that another man had touched them. You want to know why? Because they feel ashamed. And it's not their fault. It's not their fault that it happened. But they feel ashamed. His own brother did it to him. And you came and told us the shit. What the fuck? Now I know the sisterhood gonna be like, "That's right, because she was mad. She have the right." You ain't had the right to tell that shit. You ain't had the right to tell that shit. You want to get up here and you want to tell us about stuff like this. You know, all the shit he done, smoking and doing all types of drugs and this and that. Okay. You want to tell us that. But you had to tell us that his brother laid hands on him and he laid hands on his sister. You had to tell us that. Something that he cried about to you. And he told you. And nobody else knew about it. And you thought it was okay to come and tell the world that shit?
I was in Georgia for quarantine. So we're in Georgia and get there, I want to say maybe around like 8. It was definitely dark, but we get there. And I'm told that we're going to be staying in the guest house. It's a big, huge compound in Gwinnett, Georgia. I am taking out the stuff, putting it in the car, and then I get a text message saying, hey, come to the kitchen, we're about to have dinner. All right, I go. This is the first night, y'all. I go, I sit at the table, everyone's trying to act like things are normal. This shit ain't normal. So my first question, not gonna lie to you, was, what changed? Why are we here? Like, I really need to know what changed before I can be comfortable in a house with someone who has despised me in the past. And he was like, life.
Now, when C-19 was running rampant, okay, everybody was scared. We all was terrified. And so we shacked up with people we can't stand. We shacked up with people we couldn't stand. You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all baby mamas and baby daddies got under the same roof because you wanted to be around the children. Okay? And I commend y'all for doing that. Okay? So this is the same thing that Dwight Howard was trying to do. He got his baby mamas and the children under the same household in Atlanta. And now she's like, well, what changed? What changed? And he's trying to tell her, I know me and you had some differences, but right now C-19 is running rampant. And I want us all to be around each other. Okay? I want us all to be loving on each other. Okay? To just care for one another at that time. Everybody was scared of C-19. Let's continue, y'all. Let's continue.
And she was doing pretty much everything trying to get their relationship back on track. What I was being told, and I have the text messages, and at this point I'll probably release them. I was being told that I want to make you the matriarch because you're smart, you call me on my shit, you don't let me get away with anything, and you know how to save money. And I'm like, okay, but what does that consist of? And he's like, well, I know that you got a lot going on right now, but you could stay at this house or I can get you another house. And I know Tyler Perry, I can get you in movies. I could get our son a trainer and we can make this work. I said, I would think about it. So we're there and we're with his trainer, who I'm not going to name because I'm still very close to him, as well as a guy named Kevin Wesley, who is about this polyamorous lifestyle. And they keep trying to, let's have basically a sister wives situation. Hell no. Hell no. We're not gonna do that. There was a day where everybody was supposed to do mushrooms. I don't know y'all like that. So I pretended to take them. Legit pretended. And if you don't know how people take mushrooms, a lot of people take mushrooms by eating them with peanut butter. I didn't do that because I don't know y'all like that. Like, these are people that are not my friends. So I put it in my mouth, but then I did like this. And I just sat there, and for like 30 minutes, people were normal. And then all of a sudden, shit starts happening. People are saying things, they're acting weird, people are touching themselves. It was weird. I ended up leaving the room. So that was one of those days. Now another day, I walk into a conversation that is being had with my 12-year-old son about sex and about like, oh, well, my ex was, well, not even saying my ex, because at that point, I think they were still something. This was the basketball player girl. But she was coming by the house. She was coming by the house with these 2 dogs she had and was like checking on things, trying to see if we were fucking. Not yet. But anyway, he was.
Why was she excited to say that the girlfriend was coming around to see if they was fucking, and then she did a little smirk and said, "Not yet." But if this man is so evil, why is you fucking this man? You know what I'm saying? This doesn't even make sense to me. Why are you fucking this man? Hey, Renee, what's up, baby? If this man is so evil, why is you fucking? Jay LaRoe said, but you put Kevin Wesley name out there. She did, though, didn't she? Then she dropped that dime real quick, okay? That does not make sense. Why are you still screwing? Here we go.
In an innocent way. So these are the conversations that are being had with him. Now let's fast forward a little bit, because I went in there and I went off on everybody. I did. I was like, he's fucking 12. What are you doing? He doesn't need to know that. Oh my God, you're raising him to be a pussy. Oh, what do you like, he's supposed to be doing this by now. Why? Man, you know how we were when we were little.
She foolish for that, because I'm going to share something with you. When children hit puberty, right, you supposed to talk to them about sex. I ain't lying to you, because if you don't, they're going to get out here and do some foolery. You got to let them know what's coming out of your penis can get somebody pregnant. You got to let them know once you done, you know what I'm saying? Once you open your legs for somebody, you can get pregnant if you don't use protection. He should be talking to the child like that. You know what I'm saying? And it was a private conversation. Okay? It was a private conversation between a dad and a son. Okay? Why are you walking in on the conversation? My king has talked to our oldest son about stuff like that, too. This is stupid. Here we go.
I went home for Mother's Day. And while I'm home, I'm getting all these text messages. I miss you. I really want us to try and work things out. I know that I've done all these things to you. All this bullshit. Like, whatever. I'm saying this because this is what happened back then. Please do not think that I'm saying this because I still want him. No, I'm telling you the fucking story. Okay?
I don't know. It sounds like you want him. I don't know, because he's engaged now. I don't know. It sounds like you want him. Because this would not be, I would just move on with my life. I wouldn't be out here trying to tell all this stuff. I'm just saying. That's just me. Okay? Jayla Raw said that's his responsibility to talk to him about sex. She wants full control. Listen, amen. I'm going to say amen behind it, Lord.
I maybe was there for a couple days, and I went to take a nap one day, and I woke up, and it was dusk, and I saw the fireflies even, y'all. Like, it was a scene. So I walk out the guest house, and I'm coming down the stairs, and like I said, it's very pretty. Fireflies that I never see here in Florida are everywhere. It was gorgeous. But then I see people hanging over balconies. I hear a bunch of cursing. I hear some music. And I see the trainer, but then I see him. And he's throwing up over the balcony. What the fuck is going on? And he's like, man, nothing. And I was like, what are you doing? He's like, man, we just having fun. You know what I'm saying? We just having fun. Where is our child? What? Trainer? Man, she's talking about her child. Where her child at? Of course they're saying his name. And then he goes, man, what the fuck? Like, man, leave me alone. And then trainer says, fuck you. He gets pissed off. They start arguing. I run in the house. On the table, I see a table full of mushrooms, a white powder, peanut butter. I also see a girl peeing in a seat. Literally, like, peeing in a seat, but in first position, peeing in a seat, like this. Okay? One of the seats. Peeing, pissing. I see people who are by the snake room, and they in there just, like, dancing offbeat. And I'm just thinking,
Question: why is she asking Dwight where her son is? They in the same house together. They're doing quarantine together. So how would she not know where her son is? Isn't that stupid? That sounds a little crazy, right? Okay, let me let y'all finish. I gotta go check something in the kitchen.
sitting there, 12 years old, like this. This is how I found my child. Okay? And I asked him, I was like, baby, are you okay? What's wrong? Nothing, I'm okay. And I was like, what's wrong? He's nothing. 12, y'all. My 12-year-old turned into a 5-year-old. And he's asking me, or I'm asking him, like, did something happen to you? And he said, no. He's like, I was just hungry. And I'm like, well, you were just hungry? What are you talking about? He's like, I was just hungry. And I said, what did you do? And yes, I started yelling at him because now I'm scared. He was like, I was just hungry. I said, Braylon, did you go downstairs? And he was like, I didn't mean to. And I was like, did you go downstairs? He said, yeah. Did you eat anything off that table? And he said, no. I shook him. I did. Did you take anything off that table? And he swore up and down to me that he did not. So I got him and I said, just go ahead and pack up whatever you want to pack up. I'm like, we're going to go to my room. And he said, okay. We went down the stairs and we went out the front door, not the back door, so they didn't see us. And that's where we were for the remainder of the evening. That's a lie. That's where he was the remainder of the evening. I came out at one point and I talked to the groundskeeper, who I'm also still very close to, and I'm asking him, like, what the fuck is going on? And I asked where the nanny was. And he said, well, she off the clock. She clocks out at 6 o'clock, y'all. She's no longer taking care of anybody. She's in her room minding her business. Groundskeeper, he's in his room watching TV. He was like, man, he having one of these parties again. And I'm like, and this is okay? We got kids here. I know, but you know how he is. No, I don't know how he is. I've never seen this guy before. I didn't know this is what he does. And he's like, man, what? Yeah. He's like, he smoke all day, he take mushrooms, he does all these things. This man smokes every day, all day. And if you don't know that, that's crazy, especially by now, because I don't even think it's a secret anymore. And so be it. I have a medical card. Do I smoke? I don't really smoke because I don't like smoking, but I have edibles because I have anxiety and just because sometimes it makes me feel better. I get it. But every day, all day, right? Moving on. Next day, because I ended up going to sleep. The next day, I come downstairs and I see paraphernalia everywhere. It was almost like they just decided to run across the entire property and just throw shit.
Did she say that she has the card to get her, she has the card to get the medical, right? But she said she doesn't smoke, she eat the edibles. So why didn't she eat the mushroom? Isn't the mushroom the same thing? I don't know. Y'all tell me, because I've never done this, so that's why I'm asking y'all. Okay? So did she not? That doesn't make sense. So why didn't you eat the edible? You said that that's what you do. That's mushrooms, right? Am I saying that right? It sounds crazy. The story sounds crazy. And if the child, okay, check this out. Green beans, you said no, so it's not the same thing. Okay, thank you. So the thing is that if the child, they got all this, drugs in the kitchen and stuff like that. Why you got the child walking around the house anyway? You know what I'm saying? Why is the child not in the room with you? Okay, mushrooms are not like we. Okay, thank you. I didn't even know. Okay, you said they're much worse. Okay, Walker, thank you. So the child is walking around. You know that there's drugs down there and stuff like that. Why is the child? She's saying that. Where's the maid? Where's that? No, baby. Where are you? Where are you? Okay. If the maid is off at 6 o'clock, okay. The maid is off at 6 o'clock. How come you don't know where your baby is? So that's why the story sound crazy, because you just let your baby roam all the way to 6 o'clock. How come you don't know where the baby is at 6 o'clock? She just told on herself and said the maid is already clocked out at 6 o'clock. So you telling me all this time you didn't know where the baby was, and you said that the baby was saying he was hungry. So why didn't you cook? Why didn't you cook? It doesn't make sense. It sounds crazy. Oh my God, it sounds crazy. Here we go.
I'm downstairs and I see paraphernalia everywhere.
Okay.
It was almost like they just decided to run across the entire property and just throw shit. So I found the groundskeeper again, and I'm like, yo, what the fuck is happening? Actually, I skipped a part. I skipped the big part. I actually went downstairs first because I was walking my dog. So I had my dog there, and I'm walking him. And little LJ, rest in peace, baby girl. I'm walking her, and I hear cursing. And I see Kevin Wesley and this dude named Callie. And Callie is going off on this man. He is cussing him out, talking about how the fuck you ever try me like that, dick in the booty ass, I ain't motherfucking gay, I ain't doing this. Like, excuse me, if you feel as if I'm making slurs, I'm just telling you what was being said and what I heard. So this is what I'm hearing. And I'm like, with my dog like this, like, come on, Blue. And I decided to walk the other way across the property instead of the front. They walk all the way to the gate. This man leaves out the gate. He's still cussing and everything. He's like, you gonna see me. You gonna motherfucking see me. So as I put Blue away, that's when I go in the house and I find the groundskeeper and I'm like, yo, what the fuck is going on? Because this ain't normal, right? And he's like, wait, he said, what? I'm like, yeah, he talking about calling the cops. He talking about coming back and shooting up this whole house. I don't know how that's gonna work. But this is what he's doing. So we get up and we start cleaning up the front of the house, inside the house, behind the house. And also let me know at one point during the evening that somebody went missing and we thought that maybe they had jumped in the lake. So I was actually called and my door was knocked on. It was like, we can't find. So I did get up another time and we just started looking, only to find out that they were in a bathroom together.
So the problem I got is that this is
but anyway,
this is all crazy because your son is in this house. You know that they got drugs and everything in the house and they're partying and stuff. How come everybody got to always come to the room and not going to do it to get you? Why are you not, you know what I'm saying? Your son should be around you. If the household got all this shit going on, why is your son not around you? Okay? Yeah, Green Beans, we talking about Royce. I think, I hope I'm saying her name right. Royce Reed and Dwight Howard. We talking about them too. So she going crazy. All in, you know, this is wild. It's social media is on fire with all this information that she's telling. So my question is, why now though? Because you know Dwight is engaged now. Why now? Why is this coming now? You know, she even admitted that she had fucked him under quarantine. Y'all remember when C-19 was in effect? She admitted she was fucking him. Okay, so why? What is going on? What is going on? She sat up here and said, he wants me to be the matriarch of the family. He wants me to be in control of everything. And so now what the hell is going on now, though? Like, because you know the house is doing some rah-rah stuff. Why would you hide in your room, okay? And your baby is not with you. And then you see Dwight all high up, you allegedly say. He all high up. And you asking him where your son is. You supposed to know where your son is. Okay? Hey, Quincy, what's up? It's long time no see. I'm glad to see you today. Thank you for coming in, sir. I appreciate you. Now, I want to share something with you, Quincy, before we go into more detail, sir. You are a mod, sir. If you don't like what somebody say, you block them. I don't care how many times or how many times you see them in here. If you don't like what they say, you have the power to block anybody you want. I will not be upset. My mods, you are important to me. So if somebody say something that is out of line, you have the power to block them. Now back to the story at hand, y'all. And it's good to see you, my brother. So now, this is the uncomfortable truth. So you telling me you went to quarantine with him. You went to quarantine, C19. Hey, Red Lipstick Vibe, what's up, baby? It's good to see you. You went to, y'all all in Atlanta, in his house, C19, and everybody fucking everybody. You got drugs and everything everywhere. How is they getting the drugs? Well, because C19, everything was like crazy. How is they getting the drugs? You know what I'm saying? But anyway, you just in your room all that time. You not getting high. That's what you saying. You not getting high with the rest of them. And so you come to a person who is getting high and ask where your son is. How come you don't know where your son is, baby? How come you don't know where your son is? And if you can't stand this man like you say you can't stand him, why did you let him? Why did you go down to Atlanta and quarantine with him? Not quarantine, but you was down in Atlanta, C19. I guess it's the same thing. Why were you not there? Why did you go? I would not went. If we can't stand each other like that, why am I going to lay up in your house in Atlanta? And you already said he always doing some good. Okay, he doing foolery. Hey, black lady, he doing foolery. That's what you said. That all he do is be fucking and getting high. Why are you going there? Why are you going there? If my baby daddy, all he did was be fucking and get high and shit, and then you want me to bring my baby down here. Okay, so now that you can be fucking me and we could be getting high together, this is stupid. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Excuse me, y'all. I'm just upset about it. This is dumb. Why is you coming to tell us about this stupid shit? You know what I'm saying? Why do we gotta know about this stupid shit? That's right. Walker said, it's the pot calling the kettle black. That's what I got a problem with. And then the thing is, why would you tell the world that his brother had molested him? Why would you tell all of us that Dwight was molested by his brother? Do you know, and I have to keep saying this. Do you know how hard it is for a man to tell that somebody touched them? It's so much harder than a woman telling. I ain't lying to you. It's so much harder. Men go to glory with this secret. God will call them home, and on their deathbed, they don't even tell on their deathbed. They take that thing to the grave with them. They live with that pain to the grave with them. And he told you, if a man tell you something intimate like that, if a man tell you something intimate like that another man touched them, okay? That's a secret that you're supposed to keep. I don't care how mad you with him. I don't care if you called him a motherfucker. He called you a motherfucker. That's the secret you don't tell, bitch. I'm sorry. I don't mean to call her a bitch, but that's the secret you don't tell, bitch. That's the secret you don't tell. What kind of nonsense? And now we all know that Dwight Howard brother molested him. Now we all know that shit now. You done told the world that the Dwight Howard brother had molested him and the sister. You done told all this man business. And you thought that this shit gonna make sense. You know what I'm saying? This shit makes sense. You know what I'm saying? This is the nonsense. Let me see what I got here.
Like, let's be for real now. We're not going to sit here and come at me and act like I'm just so crazy.
No, you crazy.
I'm not.
Yes, you are.
And anybody, why are you doing this on the internet? What are we supposed to do with this information? Listen and learn and understand, because y'all got this person on TV.
Let me hold on, because there's one where she exposed, let me get to that one. She exposed that Dwight had told her about the molestation when he was young. This is nonsense. Here we go.
Crazy, right? But we did. Almost immediately, I regretted it. I was forced to do things sexually that I did not necessarily agree with. But because I wasn't that experienced, I thought it was normal. And I never complained about it. I just felt like this was me experiencing things that maybe he has experienced and I have not. That's when things started turning verbally and physically and also mentally abusive. I was told that I was stupid. I was told that nobody would ever want me. I was told that everybody here loved him and hated me. And how does it feel to have my hometown turn on me? I better not ever leave him. If I left him ever, he would make my life a living hell. And he did. There were days that I would be at his home and I was threatened with a knife, and then it was laughed off. But when the knife was in my face, it was, I could kill you right now and get away with it because I could claim self-defense and they would believe me and not you, because who are you? That happened. He came to my house one day to pick up our child, and because I did not have a bag packed or orange Trident gum or soda in my refrigerator, he followed me into our child's closet and he grabbed me and he pushed me to the floor and said, in the future, I better have his bag waiting. I then left. I go out into the family room and I'm telling his best friend, the one that's an inch away from being a little person, and I'm like, get your friend, he's going crazy, what's wrong with him? Well, he comes in there and he, in front of his best friend as well as my goddaughter, my other goddaughter, he grabs my hair and he forces me to the floor. And he's like, who the are you talking to? Our child, who is not even 2 yet, is thinking he's playing. So he's grabbing at his leg.
I got a problem. So, do we all know how big Dwight Howard is? Do we all know how big this man is? Okay. Do we all know how small Reese is? Reese is a tiny, petite woman. And so you're telling me Dwight Howard slammed you to the ground? Are you saying that? Are you saying that? Let's continue.
Like, that's a female, and he's just not caring. That's when I realized, like, oh my God, I'm in a relationship that I swore I would never be in. Now, moving on, the day that I really wanted to leave was a day where I did not want to have relations with him. And he then forced me to give him fellatio. I know you're wondering, how does someone force you into doing that? When you are dealing with someone that is that big and you are that small and you're terrified of them and they have gotten away with so much and doing so many things, and you're still the one made out to be crazy and bitter, you're probably willing to do just about anything just to get through it. And that's where I was. After that, another nanny came into the picture. I knew this nanny was not okay. When she would drop our child off, he would sit in the doorway and he was hitting himself.
or he would be in the bathtub and he would be playing with himself in a really weird way that just didn't seem right. Of course, he was little, so he couldn't really vocalize things, but yeah, I could tell something wasn't right. There was the day where I invited her inside and I sat her down and I said, I just need to talk to you. And I said, have you ever put your hands on my son? And she swore up and down no. And I said, well, why is he sitting in a doorway hitting himself or playing? She was like, oh my God, I don't know. Why would you even ask me something like that? I said, because I want to know. She swore up and down that she had never put her hands on my son in an inappropriate way or even as a disciplinarian. I said, okay. And I said, but if I find out that you have ever put your hands on my son, we're going to have a problem. She asked me if that was a threat. I said, no, it's not a threat. It's a promise. She then went back and told them that I threatened her. And I told them the same thing, that I didn't threaten her, that I made a promise. And that's when things started getting hidden from me about what was going on at that house with my child. But I found out anyway. This is also around the time that Basketball Wives was coming to fruition. A relationship. Crazy, right? But we did. Almost immediately, I regretted it. I was forced to do things sexually that I did not necessarily agree with. But because I wasn't that experienced, I thought it was normal. And I never complained about it. I just felt like this was me experiencing things that maybe he has experienced and I have not. That's when things started turning verbally and physically and also mentally abusive. I was told that I was stupid. I was told that nobody would ever want me. I was told that everybody here loved him and hated me. And how does it feel to have my hometown turn on me? I better not ever leave him. If I left him ever, he would make my life a living hell. And he did. There were days that I would be at his home and I was threatened with a knife, and then it was laughed off. But when the knife was in my face, it was, I could kill you right now and get away with it because I could claim self-defense and they would believe me and not you because who are you? That happened. He came to my house one day to pick up our child, and because I did not have a bag packed or orange Trident gum or soda in my refrigerator, he followed me into our child's closet and he grabbed me and he pushed me to the floor and said, in the future, I better have his bag waiting. I then left. I go out into the family room and I'm telling his best friend, the one that's an inch away from being a little person, and I'm like, get your friend, he's going crazy, what's wrong with him? Well, he comes in there and he, in front of his best friend as well as my goddaughter, my other goddaughter, he grabs my hair and he forces me to the floor and he's like, who the are you talking to? Our child, who is not even 2 yet, is thinking he's playing. So he's grabbing at his leg with his baby voice, and he throws me into the entertainment center. When he threw me into the entertainment center, it broke the door. So I was flung into the one on the right, and our son, who was grabbing him and like thinking he was playing, he then flung him into the other door. I do not think that was intentional. I don't think he knew his own strength, but that's what he did, and it did break that door as well. Our son started crying. His best friend was like, man, what you doing? Like, you know, that's a female, and he's just not caring. That's when I realized, like, oh my God, I'm in a relationship that I swore I would never be in. Now, moving on, the day that I really wanted to leave was a day where I did not want to have relations with him. And he then forced me to give him fellatio. I know you're wondering, how does someone force you into doing that? When you are dealing with someone that is that big and you are that small and you're terrified of them and they have gotten away with so much and doing so many things, and you're still the one made out to be crazy and bitter, you're probably willing to do just about anything just to get through it. And that's where I was. After that, another nanny came into the picture. I knew this nanny was not okay. When she would drop our child off, he would sit in the doorway and he was hitting himself. Or he would be in the bathtub and he would be...
This is the problem that I got. This is the problem that I got. Dwight Howard is how much? Dwight Howard is how much? Dwight Howard is how big is Dwight Howard? How big is this man? I'm sorry, something is wrong. How big is this man? You telling me he took you, slammed you, okay? Slammed you into one door, okay? And it broke the door, okay? And then he slammed the baby into another door, boom, and broke that door. And nobody was sent to the hospital. You said he threw the baby into one door, the door broke. He threw you into one door and the door broke. Nobody was sent to the hospital. Nobody, this big man, nobody was sent to the hospital. You telling me that one day you didn't want to sleep with him, so he made you give him fellatio, and there was nothing that you could do because you had to give him fellatio. Do you know that is the most... Oh my God. When you give a man fellatio, okay? My brother's question, is that your most weakest time? When somebody is doing that to y'all, is that your most weakest time? Like you like, you know, your senses is not there. Is that your most weakest time when a woman is doing that to you? Because a lot of things can happen in that moment. You know what I'm saying? A lot of things could happen in that moment while you're saying he forced you. Because a lot of things could happen in that moment. Okay? There's a lot of things that can happen in that moment. Okay? And you're trying to get away. Okay? You're trying to get away. This is what you claim or whatever. Or he forced you or something. This is why when some of y'all come to social media and a woman that is set in her right mind can destroy your whole conversation. Okay? A woman that is set in her right mind can destroy the whole conversation. Because only the hyena's gonna sit up here and agree with you that this shit makes sense. But I'm just wondering, because Dwight Howard is a big man. This is a big man. This is a tall tree in the wilderness. Okay? Okay? You telling me he took you, Reese. Okay? This is allegedly. He took you, Reese. And he slammed you into one door. Boom. And the door broke. Okay? And then he took his son and he slammed his son into one door and the door broke. Nobody went to the hospital. But the door broke though. You saying this man, as strong as he is, he was angry with you. He slammed you into one door and slammed the baby into another door, and the doors broke. Nobody went to the hospital. When he wrapped your hair, like you said, and pulled you down, okay? You said he wrapped your hair in his hands, pulled you down to the ground, and you didn't go to the hospital? Because this man look like a titan. So you telling me that he pulled your hair, pulled you down, and nothing happened? Like you didn't need to go to the hospital or anything. Does that sound crazy, y'all? I'm sorry. That sound wild, man. That sound wild. I'm sorry. And so now that Dwight is engaged, okay? So now all this shit coming out about him. And this is the thing that irked my nerve about some of y'all women. This is the thing that irked my nerve. You're messing with men who have money, right? You're messing with men who are superstars, right? But y'all get blinded by all the glitz and glamour, right? And then if the man is a devil, you can't see it because all you see is dollar signs in the front. Okay? All you see is dollar signs in the front. So you don't see if something is wrong with this man behind. This is why a lot of y'all, I don't feel bad for y'all. When y'all come to social media and y'all tell this shit, I don't feel bad for y'all. Because I'm going to share something with you. I'm going to share something with you, Miss Reese. Okay? You probably had a good man who was sniffing under you, who wanted you. Who wanted to take care of you and do the right thing by you. But because y'all want to be known by everybody, you want to be in the spotlight, okay? You want to be with men that you don't know shit about this man. That's why you even said when you were dating him, you didn't know what you was getting into because the stuff he was into was, all this kinky stuff. How come you're dating somebody and you don't know he like to fuck different people? Okay? Different sexes. How come you don't know that? You're dating him. Y'all have never sat around and talked about sex? Who does that? You're dating somebody. We supposed to be talking about what we like. Okay? We supposed to be talking about what we like. If you like the content, please like and subscribe to the page. Also donate to the page as well. You supposed to be talking about what you like. We're not supposed to come out the gate and not know what you like. You know what I'm saying? I'm not supposed to not know what you like. If you're dating a man and he tell you, listen, I like my dick sucked. You know what I'm saying? I like my dick sucked on a regular. You know what I'm saying? Okay? You gonna know this is what he like. You know what I'm saying? I like for you to call me certain names while I'm giving you back shots. That's what I'm talking. That's what I'm saying. Come on now. Come on now. Okay? When I'm already got you in like a pretzel, I need you to whisper in my ear some certain shit that'll make me go wild on that pussy. This is what I'm talking about. This doesn't make sense. Are we not supposed to have a conversation? I'm just, I'm wondering, are we not supposed to have a conversation? Oh my goodness. Lord, I'm tired. This is stupid. Hold on, here we go. Let me see what this is right here. Here we go.
What was being done. So his sister and him coming on my live yesterday and commenting, and I'm so happy I didn't see it because I was just so into speaking. I'm so happy I didn't see it because had I probably would have said a lot more, such as their older brother molesting them. Okay? I'm just gonna put it out there. And y'all might be like, oh my God, did she just say that? Yes, the fuck I said it. Because the same thing happened to my son for 5 years and nobody did shit. Okay? So when you're dealing with a family who has had sexual assault and molestation in their family,
Oh my
and they hid it. They went to church. Heal my son. Okay? And it was a half brother, so it wasn't the mother's son, it was the father's older son. But finding out about all this stuff, and I've heard it before, but I didn't hear it necessarily in depth when he was crying on my shoulder about things that had happened to him and his sister. I kept it. But then when it started happening more and more and more, and now you're trying to basically be quiet, and you're trying to act like it didn't happen. There was an entire interview that was done about this brother and how much you loved him and everything. You go on Google, or you go on Bing, or whatever these little search engines are, you don't see them shits. You don't see them at all. All those stories have been wiped clean. So when people tell you that something is on the internet, or when something is on the internet, it's on there forever, that's a fucking lie. Money can get shit removed, okay? There is not one story about that brother anymore. But yes, that is a brother that molested his sister for years. And they still sent her to spend time with him during the summer. The only time that that brother went to jail was when he molested his own daughter. And she told. People are mandated reporters. Okay? That's why his ass finally went to jail. It wasn't because of what he had done to the brother, him, his sister, none of that. Because they believe God can handle it. All right? So for 5.5 fucking years, my child was molested. And I knew it. I threatened the nanny. Well, let me not say threatened, because like I said before,
Now, this is the problem that I got. But before we get into the problem that I got, let me shout out Corey Joe, 1000 Watts Radio, sir. Thank you for the 5 memberships. I appreciate you, honey. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. One more time for the crowd in the back, baby. To everybody who received the membership, please thank 1000 Watts Radio, Corey Joe. Please thank him for giving you the membership. Lost in Translation Podcast, how are you? CDT Beats, how you doing? To everybody else who got the membership, please thank Corey Joe. So now I'm 1000 Watts Radio. So now let's get into the foolery. Okay. So now you done came out and told this man business that his eldest brother molested him and his sister. And now you came out and said that your son was molested for 5 years, okay? And now through the 5 years you knew, you didn't do anything about it. You said you had a hint of knowing that he was molested, but you didn't do anything about it. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? You knew, you know what I'm saying? You knew that this was going on, okay? And so did that make sense to you? That now you talking about, 5 years, this was happening to my son. And so now, I got something to say about it now. Baby, why you come tell us? That's the problem I got. Baby, why you come tell us? You supposed to tell a popo this happened to your son when he was a baby or a teenager. You supposed to go tell popo this happened. Not us, not social media. Do you hear what I'm saying? And then for you to come and tell us that Dwight Howard and his sister was molested, something that he told you in secret. Something that he told you because he thought he could trust you. That you come and tell that shit. You could have said everything else except that part. That's not fair that you would come and disgrace that man like that. And your baby, you were supposed to tell the popo about your baby. Why are you coming to tell us? Shout out to 1000 Watts Radio. Please, guys, like and subscribe to the channel. Brother, content is always fire. Okay? This is the foolery. Jayla Ross says she just wants to ruin his name. Court of public opinion. This is true. This is true. Because anytime a woman wants to disgrace you, she got to come to the public. She got to come to the public. Do you hear me? She gotta come to the public. And she don't come to the public, to the court of public opinion, she can't destroy you. Why you think in every case, and I know the judges is tired of this shit, every divorce case, the husband done molested the kids, is always accusation. The husband done molested the kids, the husband done gave her the R word, okay? Also, the husband has abused her and the children. The husband is drinking and smoking and all this other stuff. And every divorce case, all these things are labeled like that. All of them. Every divorce case, the husband is doing all these things. The man is so evil, but you stayed with him. Your baby was being touched and you didn't do anything about it. Baby, that sound crazy. Any woman in their right mind, if something happened to their child, I don't even want to say because I'm on YouTube. I do not want to get demonetized. But some shit gonna happen. Some shit gonna happen. And this is the thing that irks my nerve a lot in our community. The black community has been doing this shit for God knows how long. Okay? Anytime the child get touched in any way, you want to call on Jesus. Okay? We got to call on Jesus, you know, to cleanse the child that's doing it. Instead of us finding out who is touching that child, why is that child doing that? You know what I'm saying? You want to call on Jesus. There's a reason. Find out. Yahweh said, I will make one step. No, Yahweh said, you make one step, I'll take two. Find out why that oldest one is doing something. Somebody touching that oldest one. That's how you find out things. You have to investigate as a parent. That's how you find out stuff. Also, y'all, stop leaving your babies with everybody, damn it. Stop leaving these babies at auntie, cousin house, everybody house. Every child ain't raised the same. Every child ain't raised the same. Stop leaving your baby at everybody's house. Auntie, cousin, god, sister, all this other bullshit that you want to let your kids spend a night at neighbor's house and stuff like that. Y'all got to stop that. Sometimes the babies come home and be messed up. Okay? Sometimes the babies come home and be messed up. And I'm going to share something with you. Somebody said the nanny did it. Now listen to me. Are we not supposed to give a background about the nanny? Are we not supposed to have a background about the nanny? And then another thing too, she wasn't working. Reese was a stay-at-home mom. Why do you need the fucking nanny? You a stay-at-home mom. Why you need a fucking nanny? I'm sorry. I know it's nasty what I'm saying, but it's true. You a stay-at-home mom. What the fuck is the nanny there for? Get the fuck out of here. Why is the nanny there? What the fuck is you doing? You said you couldn't get a job. You said nobody would hire you. What the fuck is the nanny there for? Why is the nanny there? The nanny ass need to go to jail. Why are we hiding that shit? The nanny ass need to go to fuck to jail if the nanny was touching the baby. But why is the nanny there? Get the fuck out of here. Why the nanny there? $5 years, this boy was being touched. and mama, you ain't go whoop ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, take heed to the message does not support violence. Okay? I don't support violence. But you saying you had an inkling that the nanny was doing something. You asked her, did she touch on him in any type of way and this and that? You asked that. This woman not gonna tell you she was touching on your baby. She not. So now you got to go find out what's going on. Report that shit. Report it. What the fuck? Tell a prosecutor the baby is touching on itself. You want to know why the baby is doing it? Don't you know they have therapists for the babies when people touching a baby? They get a baby 2 dolls. They get a baby 2 dolls and let the baby play with the doll. And then they ask the baby. Okay, they ask the baby some questions. Do you like who? They start giving the names. This is so-and-so. Now the baby will show you with them 2 dolls who do what to the baby. The baby gonna tell with them 2 dolls. The dolls will be kissing. He gonna be taking the doll clothes off and stuff. The baby gonna show you. Those babies are smart. They can't talk properly, but they gonna show you. They gonna show you something is going on. Pay attention to those babies. When a baby have dreams of evilness going on, right? Every time you turn around, a baby telling you something is going on in their pants and stuff like that. I want y'all to listen to me. Take heed to this. Anytime a baby tell you they feel stuff going on in their pants when they sleep, they feel stuff crawling on them and stuff like that when they sleep, somebody's touching them. Somebody's touching them. Do you hear me? Somebody is touching them. The dream is trying to let you see someone is doing something. Also, this is another trick too. Learn how to give them baby baths. Do you hear me? Learn how to put those babies in some water. Do you hear me? When you get them from whoever house, learn how to put those babies in some water. If that baby fly out of that water real quick, somebody touching on that baby. Do you hear me? This is for a girl child. You can do it for a boy too, because you know they do nonsense to boys too. If the baby fly out of that water, something is going on. Something is going on. If they always holding their hand between their legs and they telling you it hurt, something is going on, baby. Do you hear me? Take that baby to the doctor. Something is going on, damn it. You got to talk to these babies. Stop letting these babies go to everybody's house, damn it. You ain't got to go to everybody sleepover and shit. Why they got to go to everybody's house? Auntie, grandma, you know what I'm saying? Spending the night and shit. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. But you got to be mindful. Watch. You having a party in the house, all of a sudden the kids' room get quiet. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got to understand these things. The kids' room get quiet. Bust that motherfucker open. Bam! Okay? Bust that motherfucker open. Kick that shit down. What y'all doing in here? Take the hinge off the motherfucking door. You know what I'm saying? Take the hinge off the door. I want to see this door open. I want to see this door open. This door got to be open. When these children are doing something to somebody else, that means something is going on with this baby. Something is going on with this baby. Y'all got to pay attention. So now you come and expose Dwight for the shit that happened to him when he was young and his sister by their elder brother that doesn't belong to their mother. The boy belongs to their father. And so he touched them too. And so you come, he done told you a secret. Okay, and now you come tell the world that this happened to him. Okay? You come tell the world that this happened to him. You know what happens? People who have been touched growing up, they sympathize with him. People who have been touched growing up, they sympathize with them. Because most of us who grew up in the 70s and 80s, okay? Most of us who grew up in the 70s and the 80s, we were touched. Sometimes even farther beyond that. Most of us was touched growing up. So we keep a hawk's eye on our children. Mr. Martin, you can always scroll up, baby. You don't have to watch my shit. You can always scroll up, baby. Nobody told you to stay here. Okay? So that's what I'm saying to y'all. Most of us keeping a wide eye on our kids because we have been touched. We know the signs. So we don't let our babies go to any sleepovers. We don't let our babies go to camp or none of that stuff like that. We don't let our babies do certain things because we don't want anything to happen. Now listen to me. Will it always be perfect? Nah, it ain't gonna always be perfect. It ain't gonna always be perfect. You ain't gonna always get it all right. Sometimes something gonna happen. And you ain't gonna have no choice but do the best you can to console that child and tell that child it's gonna be all right. Mama and daddy gonna fix it. You know what I'm saying? Nothing much that you can do when it had happened. But you do your damnness to make sure it doesn't happen. Okay? I'm just saying, y'all. I'm just saying. Why was the nanny there, Reese? Why was the nanny there? You a stay-at-home mom. You said you wasn't able to get any work. Why? Why is the nanny there? The story sound crazy. Anyway. We gonna have to chop it up to the fact that she just jealous of Dwight being engaged. That's what I see. I'm sorry. I don't see anything else. I just see she is just jealous of Dwight being engaged. That's what I see. Now, y'all tell me if I'm wrong, because this is what it sounds like to me. Quincy said that that's the type of pain that hurts the most. When you as a parent can't take the hurt away. I know. Mimi says, she capping Queen. Listen, Mimi, I'm telling you, baby, something is not right. Something is not right. You want to go and tell on Dwight. You want to bring up his history. But that's one thing I would not have said. I wouldn't have said that shit. Because it take a lot for a man, especially a black man. Let's talk about it. Especially a black man to tell that he has been touched. It take a lot. They go to the grave with that shit. They do not let that thing go. They go to the grave with it. They don't even get time to heal. Because the thing is that if they tell somebody, they gonna feel less than a man if they tell somebody. And it's not true. You're not gonna be less than a man if you tell. That's not true. You trying to work through the pain, damn it. You trying to work through the pain and what you've been through. This is why some black men don't say nothing. They don't tell. They don't say one word about the stuff they going through because don't nobody give a damn. And if they tell a most deepest secret, when the wife or the baby mama get upset, she gonna tell it, damn it. She gonna tell it. When the wife or the baby mama get upset, damn it, she gonna tell it. She gonna tell it. 18 said she lying, the truth ain't in her. There's some secrets right now. A lot of these women who are in my chat right now, and they married or they been married, and their husband had told them the most deepest secret. I don't know what is on my face. I keep rubbing my nose. The husband had told them the most deepest secret. Like, I know my husband's most inner, deepest secret. He knows mine. I will never in this life throw that shit up in his face or tell anybody. Because I love and respect this man. I don't want to hurt him. But Royce, you came and you told us all this nonsense about this man. And so we supposed to just go ahead with that. It's all good. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. Let's get in here and kick Dwight down and just let's get him. Listen, we already know the shit he been doing. We done saw it all over social media. Okay, we know the shit he been doing. But is that not your child father? You don't even feel bad to hurt the child father like that. You don't give two shits, do you? It's crazy. It's crazy. You don't give two shits, do you? But that's how it is. This is how it is, honey. We don't give two shits. We just ready to hurt you. I want y'all to hear this. We gonna leave that subject alone. We done with that subject. Let's get on the next one. So I saw this on Gotham City Guard. I saw this, okay? I want y'all to hear this, okay? And I'm gonna share something with you. I agree with every word that this man is about to say. And it's a little nasty. It's a little nasty. Here we go.
You argue that the Klan is contributing to the problem.
No, the Klan ain't contributing to the problem. You can just sit back and let the blacks do their own job. I mean, let them keep killing each other in record numbers. We ain't got the Klan ain't got to go out and kill blacks no more. We just drop off some liquor in their town and some guns, and they do it themselves. If it was my option every weekend, I would go up to Chicago with a big truck full of whiskey and crack, marijuana, and a ton of guns and bullets and tell them, have at it, and just drop it off right in the middle of town. And then go home and watch my Monday morning news and laugh the whole time.
But
he said, if it was up to me, this is a Klans member. He said, if it was up to me, I would fill up a truck full of drugs and guns and bullets and everything and just drive up to Chicago and just drop it off in here. And then just sit back and watch Monday morning news. He said, because the blacks gonna kill themselves. He said the blacks gonna kill themselves. He right. He right. He ain't lying. He said Klansmen don't even have to kill the blacks no more. He said they doing it to themselves. That's nasty. That's nasty. But is he lying? Is he lying? Is he lying? The blacks killed themselves. Is he lying? He ain't lying. He ain't lying one bit. We do it to ourselves. We do it to ourselves. He ain't lying. He ain't lying one bit. I'm going to share something with you. I'm going to share something with you that's nasty. I'm going to share something with you that's nasty. A lot of us always get in here and we say, well, how did we get the drugs in our community? You know, the white man dropped all this drugs into our community. Did the drugs call you to smoke it? Did the drugs call you to sniff it? Did the spirits call you to drink them? Because you have an option to say no. I grew up around crack cocaine when I was young. It was in my face. I smelled it in my house and in my hallways. I was around street pharmacists. But many times I had the opportunity to smoke crack and snort it too. But I ain't want to. Now, I ain't gonna say I ain't never do some other bad shit. Like, you know, I did nonsense in my community, you know. But I ain't want to do drugs. I ain't want to do drugs. Because I saw how it tore my family apart. Okay. The white man dropped all these drugs into the community. Okay. But were you forced to do the drugs? Were you forced to do the drugs? No. No, you were not. We got to get out of that. We got to get out of it because it's crazy. Now, this brother, we about to jump into something else real quick. This brother going to come in. He going to say something, and I'm going to co-sign it. Okay? Here we go.
350,000 abortions from black women in America every year. You ain't mad? 7,000 black men dead every year in America. You ain't mad? A million black men in prison. You ain't mad? You should be furious as black men and black women to know why the hell we destroy it like this. And the reason we destroy it is because we don't want to face that we got to put our emotions aside and we got to have rules, just like you go to work. When you go to work, you first come in human resources, they got all the rules listed up on the wall. You can't do this, you can't do that, you can't touch a woman on her behind, you can't speak to her this way, a woman can't do this, you can't curse somebody out. Well, guess what? Imagine if we put them rules in black houses. Imagine if you went home and you had rules in your house that you, your wife, and your kids couldn't break. Where you gonna get them rules from? They in the book. All we gotta do is teach these brothers to do it like I do every day. Pull them out the gutter, show them the rules, and they gonna master the rules. You having 350,000 abortions.
That's nasty, right? That's nasty. When do we stop blaming? When do we get out here and we stop blaming white people? When do we get out here and stop blaming white people for the stuff that has happened? Because you were not forced to do it. We are not forced to do drugs. We are not forced to drink. It's there. It's there. It's in the community. That doesn't mean you keep that business in business. In the black community, we need to learn how to shut shit down. When this business is not doing right by the community, you need to learn how to shut that business down. And that's for the street pharmacists too. We need to learn how to shut that shit down. The thing is, getting high don't make the situation better. It doesn't. You getting high, the situation is still bad. There's still a problem. The bill is still there. You still got to pay the rent. You still got to pay the light. You still got to pay the gas. The situation is still there. You going through some heartache and pain. The situation is still there after you finish getting high. Here comes Slim Thug coming in. Here comes Slim Thug. Here goes Slim Thug right here.
25, we can't blame white folks no more. We gotta let that go.
All right
Them
now.
people, that wasn't even these people. That was some people before them.
All right
so,
now.
At the end of the day, everybody showed us they can do it from scratch. So we can't be waiting on nobody to give us nothing. Everybody just gotta do it.
Yep.
No matter where you come from.
That's right.
You gotta do it from scratch. I ain't have shit and look at me now, so if I could've did it, you could've did it now. We gotta stop making excuses.
All right.
Stop waiting on motherfuckers. We gotta take advantage of this shit. We gotta be happy on purpose, doing shit that make us happy.
All right.
Let's put the wine down for a second because at times
he ain't lying. He ain't lying. Tasha got a lot of commercials. He ain't lying. Shout out to Tasha K because that's where I got it from. Slim Thug dropped some bars at Tasha K. This is the uncomfortable truth that we don't want to hear. All these things happen to our community. That doesn't mean that we supposed to just continue to lie down and let it just continue to keep going. A mindset change needs to be done. And we going back 360. We about to go back to 360. The mindset change starts with we need our brothers. The mindset change it starts with we need to get the nuclear family back at it. Okay? The black community is still on A and B. We supposed to be all the way down the alphabet already. We still on A and B. We don't know if we need each other. While all the other communities are down the alphabet, but we are not. We're still at the beginning of the alphabet to know if we need each other. We don't know if we need our men. Even the younger generation is out here talking about we don't need black men. Because they have been brainwashed by the nonsense that their mama been spilling. I did not say you need a man to make your life have purpose. I did not say that. But this is why you were designed. That's nasty, right? You are designed to be the helpmate. You were not designed to do this alone. You were not designed to raise these babies alone. You were not. You were not designed to be a baby mama. We got to get that out of our mind. You were not designed to be a baby daddy. This is what the black community fails at because we don't know if we need each other. We don't understand that part. Everybody, please hit the like and subscribe button if you feel the content. Please donate to the channel. If you want to shop with us, our family business is called ubmracksfashion.com. Mercari, POSHMARK, eBay is in the links in my bio. If you want to donate to the channel, you can donate through Cash App, Super Chat, Venmo. Okay? The links are there as well. If you want to shop merch with me, scroll to the top of the page. You will see shop or store. I got hoodies, shirts, mugs, water bottles, and they even got baby clothes in that bad boy. You hear me? Okay? Me in a cartoon form. Y'all go check it out. Also, just to give you a reminder, the best deals is in ubmracksfashion.com instead of the other websites because they come with, there's a middleman. So the price is going to be a little higher in Mercari, POSHMARK, and eBay. But if you go to the main website, okay, you get a better deal. All right. And we ship out same day. My problem is, my sisters and brothers, is that we have not even gotten down the alphabet, but we argue about every damn thing else. Except if we don't know that we need each other. That's our problem. Once we find out that we need each other, then we'll be able to get down the alphabet faster than anybody else. Once we understand that we need each other, we're going to get all the way down the alphabet. And everything else ain't going to mean shit. Once we understand who is supposed to be the head of the family and that we need each other, we're going to get all the way down the alphabet. But for right now, we still on A and B because we arguing about who's the head and we arguing about if we need each other. And it's not the brothers saying that they don't need us. Okay, it's not the brothers out here preaching that shit. Okay, it's the women out here saying we don't need men. It's y'all, my sisters. Okay, it's y'all saying y'all don't need men. But the women who have substance and they know better, they know they need men. They know they need men. You will never hear Take Heed say she don't need her husband. I will whoop somebody. You listen. I don't support violence. Take heed to the message does not support violence, okay? My dear, my Cash App is in my bio, honey. You'll see it. It's right in my bio. I don't support violence, okay? I do not support violence, baby. But you would never hear Take Heed say she don't want her husband. I be, oh shit. Listen, you would never hear Take Heed say she don't want her husband. You done lost your ever-loving mind, okay? No, you would never hear me say that shit. You would never hear Take Heed say that. Y'all gotta get that out your mind. That you don't need a man. You gotta get that out your mind. We're the only race that say that stupid shit. We're the only race of women that say that stupid shit. Do you hear me? The only race of women that say that stupid shit. You don't hear no white woman say that. Ain't no Hispanic woman saying that shit. Okay? Ain't no Hispanic woman saying that shit. Ain't no Haitian woman saying that shit. Ain't no Jamaican woman saying that shit. Ain't no African woman saying that shit. It's only African Americans saying that shit. That's the stupidest shit I ever heard. I don't need no man. Okay, I don't need no man. Okay, that's the most stupidest shit. Because let me share something with you. The race only survives on the back of their men. The race only survives on the back of their men. This is how the race continues. But I'm going to share something with y'all. If a mindset change does not come to our community, we are in third in command in this bitch right now. We in third in command. Latinos done took second in command. We third in command in this bitch. If a mindset don't change in our community and the black community, if a mindset does not change, we gonna drop all the way down to number 6 in this bitch. Number 6. We already gonna lose number 3 spot because the Mexicans is on the rise. We gonna already lose number 3 spot. Okay? We going down to number 4 in this bitch. If y'all don't get y'all mind right and understand that we need our men, you gonna have a problem. You gonna have a motherfucking problem. I'm gonna share something with you. A lot of y'all get in here and say, black men don't like black women. Black men don't like black women. They hate black women. All they do is get up here and talk about black women. You wanna know why they talk about you? Anybody wanna know? Anybody wanna know why black men get up here and talk about you? I ain't gonna say all of them, but most of them. Okay? The ones who get up here and talk about you and want to give you corrections, you want to know why they doing that? They want to see you get better. They want to see a change come. Black men are conditioned to love us. I know y'all like this fat bitch. Yes, black men are conditioned to love us. They're conditioned to love us. Just like every other race is conditioned to love their women, black men are conditioned to love us. From our mouth to our nose to our cheekbones to our breasts to our hips to our backside, they are conditioned to love us, even at loud mouth. Even at loud mouth and the way you sway your hips from side to side. That's why when a black man see a beautiful black woman and he see her rolling down the street, he always have to turn and take a look. He try not to look too hard, but he has to turn and take a look. Because he's conditioned to love us. But what do? We turn around and say, you ain't shit, you ain't never been shit, you never was shit, we can't stand you. I don't need you. Some of y'all heifers get in here and y'all be like, I don't need you, but I want you. That's the most stupidest shit I ever heard. I don't need you, but I want you. This is dumb. This is some dumb shit. No, baby, I need you and I want you. I need you and I want you. You mean everything to me. I need you and I want you. I got to go. I'm tired of fucking around. I gotta go.
Hey, in your lane, and keep my name out your mouth. It's none of your business. None of your business. What I'm doing right now.
What I'm doing right now. Yes, honey.
You gon' mess around.
You gon' mess around, honey.
Fuck around and find out.
Fuck around and find out, baby.
If my ladies hands.
If our ladies hands.
What they warned you about.
Take heed to the message that not support violence. Yes.
And keep my name out your mouth.
Keep my name out your mouth, baby.
It's none of your business.
It's none of your business.
What I'm doing right now.
What I'm doing right now, baby. Yes.
You gon' mess around.
You gon' mess around, honey. Yes, honey.
Run and find out.
Fuck around and find out, baby. Yes, honey. Now, I don't support violence. Take heed to the message. Don't support violence.
It's none of your
Yes.
business.
It's none of your business, baby.
What I'm doing right now.
What I'm doing right now, baby. Yes.
You gon' mess around.
You gon' mess around. Yes, baby.
Fuck around and find
And fuck
out.
around and find out, baby. Yes.
My ladies hang. What they warned you about. Stay in your lane. Stay in your lane. And keep my name out your mouth.
Keep my name out your mouth, baby. Yes, honey.
None of your business. None of your business. What I'm doing right now.
What I'm doing right now, baby. Yes,
You gon'
honey.
mess around. Don't mess around. Up, run and find out.
Fuck around and find out, baby. Yes, honey.
And keep my name
Have a
out
good
your
day,